Okay, as of now, only 7-8 of you have joined. Akshay, Adi, Banjali, Kamlesh.
First time I like you. Like Akshay, Vandal, Andili, Kati Kati.
Okay, if you are like not talking anything related to the class, please keep yourself on mute.
Okay.
Please mute, put yourself on mute. Akshay? Yes. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes and then we will start. There are some of the regular students are there. So they have not yet joined. It's just 2-3 minutes. Just let's wait for them for a couple of minutes and then we will start.
Good morning, everybody.
Let's wait for a few minutes for some people to join because as of now only very few of you have joined. Just let's wait for 2-3 minutes more.
Good morning, ma.
Good afternoon.
Okay, it's the morning in my side.
Okay, good morning. Yeah, hello. So I can see now almost 18 of you have joined. So let's start with what we were doing yesterday. So in detail, I have explained you about how to do the reading comprehension passages, right? So the first step is what? I'll just quickly revise those strategies. If you have missed the class yesterday, then just make a note of it and pay attention towards it. The first thing what you have to do is you have to read the passage. See, reading comprehension you cannot solve without reading the passage. Now, at the same time, you have to read with different speed, right? Where the important information is given, there you can read little slowly. Wherever the less important information is given, that part you can read little quickly. Now, how to decide where the important information will be there? That is like the first sentence of any paragraph will give you the main idea. That is some people they'll call you that's a topic sentence. That will tell you like what exactly they are going to discuss in this entire paragraph. So the first sentence, when I say sentence, that means starting with the capital letter, ending with the full stop. Pay attention towards that. Try to understand the main idea of the passage or the paragraph. Then the remaining from second to like in a paragraph, suppose you have 10 sentences. From second to 8 or 9 sentences, they'll just give the support to the main idea. They'll give a lot of details about that main idea. In like they may give you a lot of examples to support or a lot of details or description about that main idea itself. Then the last and the second last sentence, they can interchange their position. Firstly, like they will give you the conclusion. The last sentence could be the conclusion or the summary of what is being discussed in the entire paragraph. Now, since a passage will be given, so the connectivity and the cohesion has to be there. So the second last sentence or the last sentence, sometimes the writers, what they do, they introduce the new idea, which actually eventually becomes the main idea of the second paragraph. So that's how the connectivity between the first and the second paragraph will be there. So the second last sentence where the new idea is introduced and the conclusion, they could keep changing the position, like either the second last or the last sentence. These two parts will be there in the last two sentences. So these are the sentences which you have to read little slowly to understand them. Now, when you're moving through the middle part where they're giving you the description about the main idea, what is given in the first sentence, at that stage, if you see some contrast transitions, I have taken the class related to the conjunctions. If you have missed that class, you can go through the video lessons which are available for you. In that, I have given you the detail made the description of the correlative conjunctions. Then we have discussed about the coordinating conjunctions, cause effect conjunction, and the subordinating conjunction. So now if you have a cause effect conjunction, in that case you will know that the first sentence is giving you the cause, the second is giving you the result of that or the effect of that. So obviously we want to know what's the cause, what's the effect. Or if you see a word like consequently, because, or if it is a conditional sentence, if, that means an important information is this, you have to read slowly. Or you see a contrast transition like despite or because, although, though, even though, right? But these tell you that there is some contrast, something opposite is happening. So you have to read it little slowly to pay attention. But when you say along with, moreover, in addition, additionally, or for example, such words, if they are there, that means the same information is going to be repeated. So there you can go little fast. So this is how you have to keep decreasing the speed of your reading. You will read the passage only once. You will not read twice, because eventually when you will start solving the questions, you have to come back to the passage to find out the answer to the passage. Mostly for the level of test which you are going to do, the questions are going to be in chronological order. That means the first question you will get the answers in the beginning, the second first few questions in the beginning, the middle questions in the middle, and the last few questions at the end you will get. Mostly some keyword in the question will be given, which will help you to figure it out regarding what the question is asking you. Whenever you will read the question, you will try to find out, is it asking me what is given in the passage or why something is given in the passage? You'll find that keyword and then you will a keyword or a phrase from the question, and you'll search that keyword or a phrase in the passage. You will figure it out. Okay, fine, it is there in the first paragraph or the second paragraph or third paragraph. Go to that keyword, read the couple of sentences around it. You will definitely find the answers, right? So you have to do the scanning. So when you're searching the keywords, that process is called as scanning the passage. When you read the first and the last sentence and you pay attention towards these transitions, that is called as skimming the passage, right? So skimming, scanning, this is what you have to do it. But you have to read, you cannot avoid reading. You will do the reading first time only once. You will not read 2 to 3 times, because eventually for every question you have to come back and read it slowly. When you're solving the question and reading for finding the proof in the passage, that time you will read slowly. But first time when you're skimming and scanning, you will do it very fast. Clear? When you
Yes,
say
ma'am.
this particular
Clear.
answer choice is
It's
right,
clear.
you should tell me the sentence in the passage which is supporting your answer. Because that's the reason reading comprehension is something very, very simple and easy process to solve, right? And if vocab and context questions will come, if you know the meaning, still you have to read that sentence and you have to find out contextually what is the meaning of that particular word. Because words don't just have one meaning, they have secondary meanings also. So which meaning, or they may have a tertiary meaning. One word could have 2 to 3 different meanings, which you have understood in the previous class yesterday, what we have done. So in that case, first look at the question, look at the word, look at the answer choices, predict what you know, whether you know the meaning or not. If you know the meaning, still you will come back and read the sentence, and then you'll see contextually out of those 2 to 3 meanings, which meaning is being applied in the passage, and then becomes easy for you. If you don't know the meaning of that word, still the context will help you to predict the meaning, and that's how you can get the answer still correct without even knowing the meaning of that word. Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll share a screen now. And since like it is the third class where we are constantly repeatedly doing the passages, I think I have done previously also. Yesterday's class, we have done in detail the passage. Every question I have helped you one by one. So now this time I want you to do it little bit on your own. Fine. Are you ready, or you still want me to help you with question by question? What you all want? Will you try doing the passage on your own? Yes, you are ready. Very good. So I'll just share the screen. Give me a moment. So I hope everybody is able to see the passage. My screen has been shared. Okay. So take some time to read the passage. Once you have read the passage, you tell me. I'll start showing you the questions. Right? Once you have done all the questions, then we will discuss. And you can message me. The message will, or I can ask you, so that you tell me that you have read. Then I'll keep scrolling, and then we'll take it like whether you're able to do these 6 questions on your own or not. Okay? Fine. Start. Okay. Good. Great. Please keep yourself on mute, because unnecessary background noises, if they are coming, they are going to disturb everyone. You can keep your videos on. I don't mind if you keep your videos on. At least I'll get to know who you are. But I want you all to keep yourself on mute, and unmute only when you have something you want to talk to me, or you want to say something related to the class. Kindly keep yourself on mute. Else I will put everybody on mute, and then it will not be an interactive class. Okay, so I think everybody has read this passage. Now start solving the questions. Solve the first two questions. And once you have done that, tell me so that I can scroll further down. Okay, all of you have done? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, so the first two you have done. Read the third question. Then once you have read that, you tell me, I'll scroll up.
Okay.
Search the answer. You want me to go scroll down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Scroll up, ma.
Yeah. Scroll up. You want to see the passage?
No, the question.
Question number 3, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See, now you want me to show what passage?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shall I scroll down to the questions now?
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 4. Look at the question and then tell me to scroll up to the passage.
Okay, scroll up.
Okay, I'm scrolling down to the question number 4 again. Mark your answers. Then we'll look at the question number 5.
Scroll down to question number 5. The answer is not shown.
Yeah, the options
Do
are
you
not
want
showing,
to
ma.
read what passage?
The options. Yeah, the
No,
options,
question
number
number
5.
5.
Question number
The
5.
options.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Question number 5 options.
But ma, I have a suggestion. The yellow lines are like making most
Yes.
of us not to check the questions any longer. Like we just assume that that's the answer because it's from
But
you.
it could be, but I don't want that. No, I want you to tell me the sentence in the passage which is telling you the answers. That's not the way
Okay.
which I told you. When I say
Okay,
that you
ma.
have to tell me the answer to the question number 5, A, B, C, D is secondary. First, you will tell me where in the passage you have found that answer, right?
Okay, ma. Okay, that's more better. Okay.
Right? That is how we have done yesterday. Unfortunately, that's the way the paper has been provided to me.
But I think like the yellow marks will make people search for the exact answer, even if it's not there.
Don't get deviated by the yellow lines, please. Search for the answer in the passage.
I go to the passage for question 6.
Sorry, can you go back to the passage?
I'll scroll down to the questions. Should I scroll down?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So look at the 5th and the 6th question now.
Should we start giving the answers?
Okay, so let's have a look at the first question. It says that what the future holds for us is which story we hold on the act. That's the last
No.
sentence. Rational optimism is what?
Yes.
Right. So where exactly identify the correct answers from the codes given below. So where exactly they are talking about the rational optimism?
So
In the
second
Paragraph. The
paragraph,
second
madam.
paragraph.
In the
In the
second
second
paragraph.
paragraph. Yeah.
So
Yes,
where
ma'am.
exactly which line I should go? Here it
Mm,
talks
said
about
currently-
rational optimists, right? So what
Yeah.
exactly it is given? Could you read out
They tend,
they tend to climb
they tend to
Say-
gravity.
one of you, please. One of you read the answers.
They tend to claim that it is human nature to compete and to succeed, and also to profit at the expenses of others. The rational optimists, however, do not realize how humanity has progressed over time through amiable social networks, and how large group works in less selfish and in the process accommodate rich and poor, high and low alike.
Yeah, so this is what they are saying. So what are the answers over here? Do you have the option for the or the proof for the opportunities?
No.
no.
So do you have the option given in the passage which tells like look for the opportunities?
No, ma.
Selfishness, yes.
Selfishness is there.
Selfishness के लिए it is given, right?
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Okay, for selfishness, are selfishly driven. It says how the large group work in less selfishness and in the process accommodate rich and poor high. So they say it's selfishly
Not-
driven. Are they selfishly driven?
No, they are not.
Yes. No.
Rational optimists.
You said
Okay. Then they are looking for the opportunities or not?
yeah.
Tell me.
He said they tend to calm
Yeah.
the human nature to compete and success. So they are looking for opportunities.
Yes,
So they
madam.
compete and to succeed and to profit to the expense of others. So when they are succeed and also to profit at the expense of others. So they want the profit and they are ready to succeed at the expense of others. When you
Yes.
succeed at the expense of others, are you selfish or not?
You're selfish, man. Yeah,
So
that's
that
my
means
point. You're
you
selfish.
are selfishly driven, right?
Driven, yes.
And they compete to succeed. They compete to succeed means what? They are looking for the
For a better
opportunities also. And are they sensible and cheerful or not? The rational optimists, however, do not realize that humanity is progress to amiable social networks, selfishness process. They don't realize that they should be selfishness should be there, but that means they are selfish, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, whether they are cheerful or not, sensible and cheerful or
Cheerful,
not, that
madam.
you have to tell me.
Cheerful, madam.
Where it
They are
is given?
sensible.
Where it is given?
It is given in the last sentence, madam.
What does it
This
say?
aspect in storytelling is considered by practical
Who
possible
says
use.
is all is fine, cheerful,
Yeah.
and the
And
individuals who
individuality.
approach the successful
Yes,
This is
in
not-
future, right?
This is
Yeah.
not the rational optimistic. This are the particular possibles.
Yeah, so this is talking, this aspect in storytelling is considered by the practical possibilities who sit between those who say all is fine, is cheerful, and the individualistic in approach to successful future. Now we have to talk about is the rational optimist sensible and cheerful or not?
Yes.
Where? How will you tell that?
It's not written in the
Depends,
paragraph.
Where it is?
Depends on.
Huh?
Concerning the paragraph where we have this rational optimist, the being
Yes,
sensible and
because we are
cheerful
talking about the
given.
practical optimist also. This line is also actually talking about the rational optimists only. That is why A, B, and C all are given the proof in this part of the passage. Yes. Now let's go to the second question. Humans become less selfish when? When the humans will become less selfish? Where exactly it is given?
As group against self selfishness, madam.
Right. So it says how large
accommodate a
groups, the
rich and
social networks, and how large groups
poor,
work in less selfish. So
high
when they work
and
in the social groups
low.
and the large groups, they work selfishly. So what will be your answer? B, and you have the proof. See, I'm not concerned that you get your answer from Bombay, like the yellow color, but whether you are able to search this in the passage or not is what you have to develop. You should not get carried forward by somebody trying to guide you. Now, practical possibilities are what? Where exactly the practical possibilities ke bare mein is given?
The second paragraph.
Yeah,
Where exactly?
second paragraph.
Read it out loud. What does it says?
Yes. Practical
The
possibilities
aspects
who sits between those. The accept in storytelling is considered by the practical possibilities who sits between those say all is fine and cheerful and be individualistic in your approach to a successful future, and those who ordain pessimism and fear that we are doomed.
Yeah. So now they are sitting in the middle, right?
yes,
They are
ma'am.
sitting in the between. They are sitting in between. This says these are the people who sit in between. They sit in between what? One side, people who are fine and cheerful, otherwise, who's the audience and fear that we are doomed, right? So
Yes.
that is, they follow the midway path. So that's why B is the right answer. Now, storytelling is what? Where exactly they are talking about the storytelling? Which paragraph?
The
First one.
paragraph, madam.
First
Yes.
paragraph.
Where exactly in the first
Storytelling
paragraph?
is not in our genes. It is an evaluation history. It is the essence of what makes you human.
Ramadhani, keep yourself on mute. Ramadhani, keep yourself on mute. If you're not interacting in the class, something else is going on, kindly mute yourself. Right? So where exactly they are talking about the storytelling?
The first paragraph. It says storytelling is not in our gene, neither is it an evolutionary history. It is the essence of what makes us human.
Yes. So you got the answer. That is the essence, what makes us human. This is where the answer is given over here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you got the answer. Now, fourth one, some important stories are what? So where exactly they're talking about the important stories in which paragraph?
No, that's not the question, ma'am.
No, this is not question.
That's not the question. Scroll down.
The question is in the first page.
Our
Okay,
knowledge.
okay, okay. Sorry. Our knowledge is a collection
Knowledge is a
of what?
collection of
So where exactly they are talking about the knowledge?
Knowledge.
Second paragraph. First. It says which stories are picked up and repeated, and which ones are dropped and forgotten often determines how we progress. Our history, knowledge, and understanding are all the collections of the few stories that survive.
Survive. Includes the story that we tell each other about the future.
So
Our history, knowledge, and understanding are the collection of few stories that survive.
so what is your answer over here?
A few stories that survive.
Few
Few
stories that
that
survive.
survive.
Now, how the future will turn out to depends upon the stories. Where exactly they are saying the future will depend upon the stories?
In the first.
That same paragraph. And how the future will turn
How
out
the future will
depends
turn out
partly,
possibly
possibly, largely on which
on
stories we collectively choose to believe.
Okay,
So
so this is
collectively
the
choose to believe.
last
Answer,
sentence
yeah.
which says we collectively choose to
choose to
believe.
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 Yeah.
Yes. So what will
Now
be your
depends-
answer?
We
We
collectively
collectively
choose
choose
to
to
believe.
believe
collectively
in.
So you saw, like, see, the yellow line is given, but I am not given. Unfortunately, it is given. We can't help it, right? But this is not
Yes,
the way
ma'am.
that I want you to tell me that A is the answer or B is the answer. Never in my class I will just tell you A, B, C, D is the answer. You have a small passage. You tell me the sentence in the passage which is helping you to get the answer. Clear?
Answers. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
madam.
So
Yes,
how
clear.
many of you were able to get all the answers correct? And some of you, if you got anything wrong, are you able to figure out why your answer was wrong? Yes, no?
No, ma'am.
I only had some issues on the number one question about the racial optimist.
Huh.
Yeah,
I
why
had
we
the
evolved they are sensible and cheerful.
yeah. I have doubt in this one too.
Which one you have the doubt, beta?
The number one
The first
question.
question.
The number one question, it is given, no, that are sensible and cheerful. Here they are talking about they sit in between. One side, see the practical possibilities who sit between two sides. One side is the rational optimist and the other one is someone else. So who are these? This is talking about the rational optimists only, who are cheerful and the individualistic approach and successful futures are there. And the other set is the audience permission.
So
Got it?
the people
Yeah,
who
so
sitting
obviously
between
the rational optimist's characteristic only is given over here. Because these practical possibilities are sitting in between the two people. One side is the rational optimist. The characteristics of the rational optimist is that cheerful and individualistic. The other side is the audience permission. So audience permission characteristics is that they fear and they are doomed. Clear?
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
You have to understand the sentence carefully.
That means the answer is not just only in the paragraph, it extended to the other paragraph.
Okay, now it's clear.
Okay, so all the doubts are cleared? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The rest of it is easy.
Okay, now do the second part, second passage you read.
I remember this paragraph.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Ma, we are done.
You have read this passage. Now we will move ahead to the questions. So where exactly have you read the first question? Now let's go to the passage. Search. Once you want me to scroll down, tell me.
I didn't read. Can you go back to the questions, Puhit?
Yes, ma'am. Go back to the questions.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the passage.
Let's go to question number 2.
Now, question 2. Ma,
Ms. Puhit, can you hear us?
Okay, so let's move down to the questions. Question number 13, 12, 13 you have done. Look at 14th now.
ma, please, can you scroll back to the passage?
Can we please go back to the passage?
Ma'am, can you hear us?
Must send me a link to take your passage.
Okay, now go to the passage, search the answer.
They
Is Raja's first sentence, ma'am.
Ma'am, scroll down.
Ms. Parhit, can you scroll down, please?
Ma'am,
Yes, so now go down to the questions. 14th question, now read 15th.
may I please scroll up to the passage? And can you hear us?
Can you scroll down, Ms. Parhit? The last question.
Okay, question number 16, have a look at it now.
Done. Now, can you scroll down to the passage, please? Done.
Okay, done.
Yes.
So shall we scroll down?
Yeah.
Okay, now which question you all are doing?
We done all of it.
Done all of it? Right,
Yeah, we're
fine.
done.
Let's see.
Let's go
Okay.
through all.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Okay, so the first question, as per the text of the passage, the 8th edition of the World Water Forum was concerned with what? Where is
First
the
paragraph.
answer? What
First
does it
paragraph.
say?
Said, Brazil hosted the 8th edition of the World Water Forum, where heads of states, solutions, and private sector gathered to discuss the present and future of
Which
mankind.
sentence? Which sentence?
The
The question is what? 8th edition of the World Water Forum.
Yes.
Yeah, the
So where
present and
exactly is
future of
given?
mankind.
8th edition of World Water Forum is given where?
Yes, it's in the
First paragraph.
From that sentence,
It
madam.
deals with what?
discuss and underline.
Yeah.
Discuss the present and future mankind's most valuable resource.
So it's talking about the power of water, right? And the Brasilia hosted the 8th edition, right?
Yeah.
And they were concerned about talking about the valuable resource of water. Which answer choice says this? C.
I have a question, ma.
Yes.
Yeah, please scroll up to the passage. Don't be angry. That's where my question is coming
Yes.
from.
Huh?
Where they say that
Tell me.
thank you. They said that in April 2018, more than 4,000 people were talking about the power of water.
Yeah.
There's a full stop there. There's a full stop then. Brazil hosted the 8th edition of the World War Forum, where heads of states, societies, and private sector gathered to discuss the present
The
and
most
future
valuable
of
resource.
mankind.
What is that most valuable resource? Was the sharing water and the power of water only, na?
No,
but power of water was like there's a full stop to tell us that that's the end
But
of
the
it.
continuation of the sentence is there. No, what is the question talking about? It says, as per the text of the passage, the 8th edition of the World Water Forum was concerned with what? Was it concerned about the future of mankind? No. Was it concerned? Where exactly is given the future of mankind? Tell me.
Yeah, in the line from the passage.
The future of mankind's most valuable research. It was discussed the present and the future of mankind apostrophe S. Something associated with the mankind. And what is that most valuable resource?
Which is water.
Which is water. It was related with the water. It was discussed with the future of mankind. You are not looking at the apostrophe plus S. Apostrophe plus S is showing you the possessive case. It's showing the possessiveness of what? The most valuable water, most valuable resource. So what is that most valuable resource? Tell me.
Water.
Water. Now you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So now the next question is what? I hope the doubt is clear. The deliberation on the theme sharing water should facilitate. So they are saying that this theme should facilitate what? So we have discussed about, just now we read about sharing water. Tell me, it should discuss about what? Deliberation of sharing water should discuss what? Tell me the answer from the passage. I am not concerned about ABCD.
Come again.
What is the answer to the second question?
He said, authors are expected but through personal creation aimed at raising answers about threats and opportunities associated with water resource.
So they are talking aimed at raising awareness about the threats and opportunities, and they said deliberations here would play a decisive role in the periodic assessment of sustainable development of the goals of agenda of 2030. Right? So let's look at what does answer choice says. The regular evaluation of sustainable development goals. Which is given over here. That's sustainable development goals. Right?
Goals, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Now the next one is the institutional framework of Brazil for water management. So where exactly they're talking about the institutional framework of Brazil?
Yeah, it says Brazil has established a solid institutional and legal framework of water management based on the principle of multi-stakeholder participation.
So here it is talking about multi-stakeholder participation. So what does the answer choice say?
Participation.
It's clearly
Yeah,
given. Provide
for
multi-stakeholder participation. Clear?
Yeah.
What would be the high priority to both New Delhi and
Fight
Brasilia as
against
regard to
contamination.
river water? So the question is, what would be of high? What will be of higher priority for both New Delhi and Brasilia in terms of river water? Where exactly they are talking about the New Delhi and the Brasilia and the river water?
In the fifth paragraph,
contamination of a river beds and
adequate treatment of
assistance
industrial wastewater, the fight against contamination of riverbeds, and assistance to drought-affected areas are high priority topics for both New Delhi and Brasilias.
Yes. So now what is the answer to this? That is fight against contamination of riverbeds. The main focus of the passages of what? Throughout the passage they are talking about what? How to manage the river water, how to avoid the contamination of the water.
in the last paragraph,
right?
in the last paragraph, you can find the answer.
So last
Today,
paragraph
mankind,
is the conclusion of the passage. So what is given? Two facts. Water is too powerful a force to be fought over and too valuable resource to be lost. Right? And the harmonize these two conflicting aspects, sharing water perhaps the only meaningful motto for the ages to come. Now what is the answer?
Management of water as a
valuable resources. I hope everybody has followed and applied the same strategy which I have taught you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it helping you to get the answers or not?
Yes.
It's helping, ma'am. Definitely.
Yes, very good.
It is helping. It is helping.
Okay, I want you to read the next passage now. You'll do the next passage also on your own the same way, and then we will discuss. One question also, if you will get it wrong, you will not hesitate to ask me your doubt. I am sitting here to help you to learn how to do reading comprehension, and our motto is that when you take your exam, all your answers should be correct, right?
Remember that.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, ma'am. So can you scroll up? right there.
Ma'am, can you scroll up?
Mom, you can scroll down now. Yes, we are almost through with the first and second paragraph.
I'm done. Can you scroll down, please?
passage is big, so read the remaining paragraphs. Okay, now do the questions. I hope the passage is clear to all of you. Question number
Yes.
17 and 18.
Yes, ma'am.
Read the question number 17, 18, then I'll scroll up to the passage.
Can you scoot? Yeah. All right.
Search the answer.
We didn't read 18.
Mom, can you go back to the questions? right, we are done. You can go. Into the paragraph. So that we don't-
Okay, now go question number 19. You all read. We will do question 19.
Okay, can you go back to the passage, please?
Yeah, let's go back to the questions. Question number
Passage.
19, 20, you can see.
Yeah.
We didn't locate the exact answers for 19.
Also two
Read
for
the question.
18.
Shall I move upstairs?
18 and 19, we didn't locate the exact questions.
Look,
Yeah,
if you
it's
will
from our
try,
ideology.
you will be able to do it.
No, we need the passage, not the questions. Yeah.
Please, can you go back to the questions?
Can you go back to the passage, please? Can you go back to the last question, please? We are done. We are ready to give the answers.
Let everybody else also do, please.
Yeah.
Go through the 22nd question now.
All right, ma'am.
Can you scroll to the passage one more time, please?
Go through the passage one more time, please.
Can I repeat the question number 20, ma'am?
Question number 20, yeah?
Can I speak to the question number 20, ma'am?
20 is, I'm showing you the question. What you want to see? Passage.
I don't understand the explanation of that questions.
Which question?
Question number 20.
20. Gandhi played a revolutionary role in India because he could what? So where exactly it is given about the Gandhi, you read that.
Ma'am, question number 20. scroll down up to the question number 20.
And Blake,
Okay, ma'am. I understand that questions.
Okay, so now shall we discuss?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anyone who is
Yes,
still
yes,
doing?
ma'am. Now let's discuss, ma'am.
Okay. Which one of the following is true of the given passage? So what is given about in the passage? What exactly is the passage talking about? Throughout the passage, about whom you are reading?
Gandhi and the masses.
Gandhi talking
yeah,
about
talking
the
about
Gandhi,
Gandhi and the
The movement.
masses and his works towards the masses.
and also, yeah, about the
You are reading
Indians.
about the Gandhi, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So which
Yeah.
answer choice is talking about the Gandhi and the freedom movement?
B.
The passage shows the role of Gandhi as
All of the
Indian
passages.
freedom movement. It's about Gandhi's role in the Indian freedom movement. Because in the passage he was explaining Gandhi's
Gandhi played a revolutionary.
Yeah, so passage talks about it is praising the role
Gandhi's
of
role
the Gandhi in the
in
in
movement,
Indian
India's
freedom
freedom,
movement.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Question 18.
Sammy.
Okay, so the change that the Gandhi movement brought among the Indian masses, what is the change which Gandhi movement brought?
It's culture.
Yeah,
Culture.
I won't
Where
say it's
exactly it is given?
cultural, but it
Because
says like
it's not
it
specifically
says
in one
through.
place. It's in all the passage because he
It
was
said
talking
that
about
the
going on.
timid and hopeless mass he builded and crushed by every dominant interest and incapable of resistance into a people with self-respect and self-reliance, resisting tyranny and capable of what united actions and sacrifice for a larger cause. Like what he did for the people, in my own
He
point of view,
also
it's not physical, it's
he
psychological for
also
me.
made people think
Yeah, so that's
of
why it has to be
political
cultural
economics
only, right?
issues
Now,
and
to consider
every
the national
village.
movement or the criticize, it was working class movement was wrong because why the working class movement was wrong?
I think
in
that's
the first paragraph.
What
First
does it
paragraph.
say?
The revolutionary role in India of the first paragraph. Yes.
Says, yeah, it is represented.
It
It
should be
represented the
remembered that
natural
nationalist movement in
historical
India,
stage of the
like all
development.
nationalist movements, was essentially.
So what will be the answer? Voice of the
Yeah, the
Indian
voices of
people.
the Indian people.
Yes. Next is Gandhiji played a revolutionary role in India because he could what? So where exactly revolutionary role of the Gandhi is given? It's given over
Gandhi
here. Read
has
this
played a
sentence.
revolutionary role in India of the greatest
First
importance
paragraph.
because he knew how to make the most
Of the objective condition and could
conditions
reach the
and
heart of the masses. So the heart of the masses.
In the third paragraph, yes.
heart of the masses.
While groups would
Heart of the
So what will be your answer?
reach
the hearts of
hearts
Indians.
of Indians.
Yeah. The next one says groups with advanced ideology functions in the air as they did not fit in with what?
objective
I think that's
conditions of
paragraph
masses.
1.
In the same paragraph. No. Groups with a more advanced ideology function largely in the air because they did not fit with those conditions and could therefore not evoke advanced ideology function largely in the air because they did not fit those conditions.
Yeah, they did not fit in with those conditions and could therefore not evoke a substantiable response.
So what will be the answer?
Yeah, objective conditions of the masses.
Okay, next one is the author concludes the passage by. So obviously in the last paragraph, what is the author concluding?
That will be the last
pointing out the importance of the personality of Gandhi.
Where it is?
The last paragraph.
What does it say? Tell me the
It is
sentence.
perfectly true that said it is perfectly true that Gandhi, functioning in the nationalist plane, does not think in the terms of the conflict of classes and tries to compose their differences, but the action he has indulged and taught the people has inevitably raised masses consciousness tremendously and made social issues vital.
He also talked about Gandhi and his personality. So, in case of very exceptional person like Gandhi, the question of personality becomes especially important in order to understand and appraise him. To us, he is represented the spirit and honor of India, the hearing of the soaring millions to be rid of their incurable burdens, and to resolve to him by the British government or others. India and her people. So the question is pointing.
Yes. So what will be the answer?
Pointing out the importance of the personalities of Gandhi.
Mr. Head. Can you hear me?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
We said pointing out the importance of the personalities of Gandhi.
So you pointing out the importance of the personality, you got it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now who will tell me the strategy?
Ma'am, excuse me.
Right.
No, what subject is you studying now?
We are doing the reading comprehension. When did you join? I think you have joined now only.
Yes, yes, yes.
So if you will join late, obviously you will not know. We are doing from yesterday also, we have done passages. Today, these passages they have done and we are discussing. Is there any question which you have doubt, Jay Prakash?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
It
tell
is
me, you
entrance
want,
class.
pardon?
Is it entrance class?
Huh?
Is it entrance class, ma'am?
Pardon?
No question, ma'am. Please continue.
Okay, now who will tell me the strategy, what we have discussed?
Yeah, he said we should read critically.
Yeah.
Pay attention to switches.
Keywords.
Yeah, then break down the structure and pause to paraphrase. Also, we should read slowly when we get to
the context of
words like contradictions and words like although, that talks more about the opposites of things.
And reject to select. You should read.
And also, before
You should
answering
attempt
our
questions and
confirm
refer
from
to the
paragraph.
passage when required.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am. Sammy.
Hello, bro.
Hello.
Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Okay.
Chef. What's your name?
Good morning.
Solomon.
Solomon.
Yeah.
Wow, what a legend name.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, see Solomon and all of you others, you should understand that you all are attending the classes. If you're not dressed up appropriately, kindly keep your videos off. Sit appropriately the way you are attending the classes. It is not the case where you can sit the way, however, you should have some manners and some basic etiquette should be there that you are attending the classes. Otherwise, I will remove that child from the class. Either attend
Sorry,
it, if you
ma'am.
are attend it properly and sit, dress up appropriately. This is not the way to attend the classes. If next time this is the kind of behavior I'm going to see in the class, I'm just going to chunk you out of the class and I'm never going to take the classes. Is this some fun happening over here?
Sorry, ma'am.
You just come and sit the way however you want. You have the option to keep the video off. You're not small children to come and start
Excuse
your
me, ma'am.
videos the way however you wish. You want to
Hello,
learn,
ma'am.
you learn. If you want to have a fun,
That-
go and do somewhere around some other classes. This
Excuse
is
me,
not the
ma'am.
place to just sit here for the
That-
fun. Sit nicely, attend the class, learn something. If you're not
Excuse
doing
me,
that,
ma'am.
you just
Yeah,
want
that's
to
true,
attend
ma'am.
this, just keep your videos off. I don't
Yes,
want
yes,
any
ma'am,
nuisance
that's
in the
true.
class. Next time, anything such like this
Yeah,
is there,
that's-
the meeting is going to end abruptly and don't complain later on.
Yes,
You
that's
should know whom
true,
you are
ma'am.
talking to. You should have some respect for your teachers and whatever the training is being provided to you.
Yeah.
This is a live video which is going on the YouTube. Somebody is sleeping,
Yeah,
somebody
that's
is
true.
shirtless, somebody is not wearing the dresses. Is this something which I have to teach you? I'm not
That's
concerned
true,
about
ma'am.
who is listening, who is
Sorry, ma'am.
talking, but I'm saying the basic etiquettes of the children you should have when you are attending the classes. I don't want this nonsense
Yeah.
stuff in my class next time onwards.
Yes, ma'am, that's
I'm
true.
ending the meeting. Enough.
Sorry, ma'am.